What's going on, nation, and welcome to Bench Break Episode 5, How to Correct Uneven Muscle Growth. Now, this was actually a video request from a longtime Hermanite named Roberto, who I had a chance to meet at the Arnold Classic. So what's up, Roberto? I told you I'd be making this video. I've actually had this video in queue to make on my own list because a lot of people suffer from uneven muscle growth. And it varies in degrees. Some people can notice as soon as they look in the mirror, where other people have to actually get down and measure their body parts to see a difference. And if you haven't done any measuring yet, you can check out this video right here. It'll show you how to do it. Now, what causes uneven muscle growth? What I've noticed is that most people seem to have uneven muscle growth because throughout their life, they're always doing something with their dominant side. And it can be everyday activities, such as just grabbing, say, your backpack to get ready to go to school and picking it up and putting it in your car only with one side, or maybe getting ready for work and everything that you do as far as waking up, getting ready, cooking, and packing your car and opening doors is always done with one specific side. And as far as sports, maybe you play soccer and you only kick with your right side, or you play football or baseball and only throw with your right side. So depending on what you do, if you take a minute and think about it, there's probably one side of your body you're doing the majority of those actions with. And so what I'm going to do with you guys today is I'm going to show you how to correct uneven muscles by introducing forced reps into your workouts. To help demonstrate what forced repetitions are, my bro Chris is going to be here to help me out.
Hey guys, what's up?
Now, what a forced repetition basically is when your spotter steps in to help you complete your set as your body starts to fatigue. Now, the way this is going to help you with uneven muscle growth is what Christopher is basically going to do is watch out for me to see if my dominant side starts taking over on an exercise. Now, as soon as my dominant side starts to take over, what usually happens with people is you start to break down on your form. And so we're going to demonstrate that first with dumbbell curls. So Chris is going to be watching me to see how I'm doing with the lift. Then as soon as I start to break down on form, he's going to jump in to help the weaker side. Because if your goal, for example, is to complete 12 repetitions, and you can do all 12 no problem with your left arm, but say your right arm starts to die at 8, Chris is going to jump in and help spot me, maintain proper form, and get me to 12 repetitions with my right arm. So we're going to get those forced reps in. And we'll be activating a lot more muscle fiber that way, and it's going to help us complete the entire set. So as an example, with dumbbell curls, so you're doing your set, no problem, you're maintaining proper form just like this. And then what happens when your weaker side starts to give out? Usually on curls, you start to see an arch in the back, shoulder dips, and you start using more than just your bicep to get the weight up. So before that starts to happen, you're going to have your spotter step in. You're going to complete the rep with your dominant side, no problem. And then with your weaker side, you already know you can't complete that rep. So you're just going to do as much of the range of motion as you can on your own. And then your spotter is going to help you get to the top of the movement. So maybe I can only do this amount of range of motion right here. And this is where I get stuck. So Chris is going to help me get to the top of the movement. And then he's going to release and let me do the negative. And I'm going to control the negative on the way down. Then I'll do my other rep, no problem. And then I'll get to here. He'll help me get to the top. He lets go. And then I do the negative. So what we're doing is we're still able to get 12 repetitions on each side. And I'm able to maintain proper form. And clearly this is my weaker side. It needs a little more help. It needs a little more work. Chris helped me with the forced repetition. It's going to help me get over that plateau. Now, the same thing with a straight bar curl. Now, obviously, it's going to... Hey, where you going, bro?
Oh, shit.
It's okay. Come on over. He's new. Anyway, so with the straight bar curl, now it might be a little harder to actually see which side is the dominant side when it comes to doing exercises that involve both hands on the same bar, but that's why I want to show it to you guys. So with curls, you're doing your curls no problem, and then it's your spotter's job and your job to tell your spotter if you start to curl, maybe one side's going up a little more, or same thing, one side goes up, other shoulder dips, and you start coming up like this to get it to the top. What you want to do is just go as far as you can. Even though my dominant side can do it no problem, still only go as far into the range of motion as you can with perfect form with both sides. So that might be to right here. So this is where I'm stuck. Now Chris is gonna step in and he's gonna apply pressure on the bar, but he's gonna only apply the majority of the pressure on the weaker side because I still want my dominant arm to get a good workout. So once again, both hands are on the bar equally, but he's applying more pressure on the weaker side and then letting me do the negative. Now I also want to show you guys how to apply this to doing a barbell bench press and a dumbbell bench press. So with the dumbbells, what usually happens here is you're doing your set no problem, form's looking good, and then as soon as you start to fatigue on your weak side, the dumbbells go up, and then usually one arm goes up like this, and then you get stuck. So before that happens, you know, let your spotter know, hey, I need a spot on this one. My weak side's giving out, my left shoulder's giving out. So as you start to bench, he comes in, he's spotting both arms, getting me to the top, and then he's gonna bring his arms back down and get ready for me and let me do the negatives. So I'm doing all the negatives. He's gonna hit both elbows with his hands and help me to the top. But he might be only applying the majority of the pressure to my left arm because that's my weaker side, allowing my dominant arm to still get a good workout. Bring me to the top, just like this. Now on exercises like the bench press, even though you might be able to handle the weight on the way down for the negative, as a spotter, just make sure you watch, because if they're coming down too fast because the weak side is giving out a lot, you still might want to spot in the negative. All right, so let's go over to the barbell bench press. So now over here, the same rules are going to apply just like the barbell bicep curl, where it's going to be up to you and you to tell your spotter when your weaker side starts to give out. So you're here, you no problem, we're able to bench. And now usually what happens on the barbell bench press when the dominant side starts to take over is the bar comes down and ends up usually going up like this. And then it gets to the top. And in some cases, if you're really fatigued on your weaker side, that side will come down a lot faster as well, and the bar is all over the place. So it's going to be up to your spotter to step in and apply the amount of pressure he needs to the bar to make sure it stays straight the entire time. So you have the bar down here, you're going to push it up as high as you can to keep the bar straight, and then at that point your spotter is going to come in and bring you to the top, and then he's going to watch you on the way down, and if you can keep the bar straight, he doesn't need to step in. But if it looks like it's coming down crooked, then he's going to step in and straighten it out and help you bring it down so that it stays straight. Good job, Chris.
Trying my best.
Maybe we'll keep you around. Now that I've had a chance to show you guys some exercises, I just want to briefly go over a few more subjects. The first thing is muscle control. Now it's very important that you have good muscle control when trying to implement forced repetitions to fix uneven muscle growth. And what that is basically that mind-muscle connection that allows you to isolate the area you're trying to exercise. What I've noticed happens with a lot of beginners when they go to the gym, when they try to isolate areas like their back or their chest, they usually leave the gym more fatigued in their shoulders, biceps, triceps, and forearms. And this is totally normal. It takes a little while to really develop that mind-muscle connection. But some of the things that you can do to help improve this is actually go a little lighter on your weight and go a little slower on your negatives. Also, if you have a lagging body part, it's okay to exercise that body part twice a week. Just give your body 2 to 3 days rest in between each workout. And I also recommend that you work on one lagging body part for 4 to 6 weeks, then after those 4 to 6 weeks, move on to another one. Now, as far as implementing forced repetitions into your current workout routine, you really don't have to change anything unless you're not on a muscle gain split. Now, obviously, we're trying to correct uneven muscle growth, so it's going to be really helpful if you're on a muscle gain routine to begin with. Now, as far as questions about adding extra sets or adding more weight to the weaker side in order to improve or get faster results, you don't need to do any of that. I don't want you guys adding more sets to that one side or more weight. And the reason is because by implementing the forced repetitions, you're actually working the weaker side harder. For example, if you're doing dumbbell bicep curls and your goal is to do 12 repetitions, the dominant side can get all 12 repetitions no problem, but your weaker side falls short and you can only get 8. Now, when your spotter steps in and helps you force out those reps, you're getting 12 repetitions with your right arm and you're going slow on those negatives and you're maintaining control of proper form. You're actually recruiting more muscle fiber on that weaker side to help force it to catch up to the stronger side. And that's just basically what force reps are all about, is you're forcing your body to react, you're forcing the weaker side to push through a plateau. And in my own experience, if I ever get an injury and I'm trying to recover, force repetitions help me recover on that weaker side a lot quicker. So if you guys have any specific questions about your current workout program or specific exercises or body parts that you need help with, you can join us in the forums on my website where my community and I will be more than happy to help you out. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. And as always, more good stuff coming soon. See you guys. If you're looking for a quick way to switch things up, log into your SHF profile and go to the workout section of the website. Once there, click on the muscles you want to train, then you'll be brought to a page where you can further filter down your search. Now you have a complete list of all the routines that target your chest and utilize only a barbell or dumbbell. From here you can rate the routine, add it to your routines on your profile, and if you scroll down, you can see a write-up of the entire routine as well as photos of all the exercises. You can also download a printable PDF just by clicking on it.